Hey YouTubers, it's Lux here. Before I go dashing off for another week, I just wanted to make a quick video. A couple of people had asked me about the Solar Anvil and did I know that it was a fiber? Yes, a fiber. Let's see what NASA has to say about the Solar Anvil, shall we? They have a section, just for you guys may not know. This is what they kind of do to let you know what you need to think about what you see on their spacecraft. So let's just have a gander at debris, shall we? Some of you may recognize some of these things. Some pretty interesting looking debris. You know, no, that couldn't be cosmic rays. Has to be debris. But, you know, what the hell do I know? Camera defects. Okay, so here we have image artifacts, telescope, and camera defects. Some artifacts are caused by defects in the camera or optics used to take the images. The most noticeable example of a camera defect is shown below. It's pretty noticeable. This is a small fiber on the surface of the charge-coupled device, or CCD, camera for the COR2 telescope on stereo ahead. The total length of the fiber is just 1 millimeter. It has been there since launch. Most likely this fiber came off of one of the clean room wipes used during the assembly of the camera. Even though the material of the wipes is selected to shed as few particles as possible, the occasional particle does end up inside the instrument. Well, alrighty then. Okay, so I can't light a barbecue grill without losing half of an eyebrow. But this teeny tiny little fiber from this very specialized wipe managed to get in the camera of the CCD on the COR2 telescope. And it's still there to this day. Now, I just have to call like gigantic big honkin' gobs of horse crap on this. And I'll tell you why. This so-called wee fiber, which has traveled with our beloved COR2 since its inception, it's not always there. It shows up for a few weeks here and there, sporadically. Sometimes it's there for a month. So it's not always in the same place. The same place that it was left, deposited by the specialized wipe, which someone probably got paid $5 million to design, which is still in the same place as when it was launched through friggin' space, traveled all the way to out where it is, way far, far away, and it gets buffeted around by all kinds of cosmological nonsense, but it's still there, still in that same place. And it only shows up sometimes. And here's the really intriguing part, NASA, and this is where there's just no excuse for your nonsense. When you watch this fiber, aka the solar anvil, if you will, it interacts with the solar disk. It interacts with the radiation, the rays, the flares, call it what you will. Why? Things even seem to land on the distal tip, the tippy top, the cranial tip of said anvil, if you will. And they catch fire and they zoom off. Now, for those of us who have pets and cameras, we know what it's like when you get a hair on your lens, or God forbid, in between your lenses. Whether it's a contact lens or the lens of your camera. That fiber does not interact with things that you see in the distance. No, not on the level of light, and not in any other way either. It also doesn't disappear for months on end and then return. Because if it can stay there since the thing was put together, make it all the way through space, and then gets slapped around as it's watching the sun, and it's still in the same place? Really? If you honestly expect folks to believe that, then I just realize I don't have anything else to say. But I'm just going to call BS right now. Alrighty then. Because someone had asked me, actually a bunch of people asked me, if I knew that it was a fiber. I can tell you that I'm pretty sure it's not a fiber. And if you read this redonkulous explanation, I'm thinking that you're going to see it's probably not a fiber too. Everybody have a great night. Keep looking up.